YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Justice coming at y'all with another YouTube read, another collective energy read. I appreciate all your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Hope this finds you at a resonating time in your day. Remember to please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Let's go and get started. Angels of highest of white light, please restore upon me clear and concise channel messages for my collective needs to hear today. Thank you, and I say, off the jump, people see you, whoever I'm tapping into, people see you in a very polarizing way. Maybe it's based off of, hold on, I'm gonna slow down. There's a polarization in how people take to you. So I'm getting specifically, you may be a leader. You may be a leader type of energy, you may resonate with that. You may have an empowering, uplifting spirit. You could have something that's very nurturing to others. It could be seen as witch. But to other people, you could be seen as a villain. To other people, you could be seen as somebody to go against, to ostracize, to want to come, to overcome, so to speak. Yellow brick road, either way, there's something about people taking to you, this type of energy that you're in, a god or goddess energy, whoever I'm tapping into, your empowerment, or how you stand in your higher self, or how you stand in your empowerment of self, how you stand on 10 toes, how you stand on business, how you stand on boundaries, how you stand on what it is that you are. It can have a polarizing reaction from those that may be influenced to make decisions out of this polarized reaction that they end up being in regret for. So maybe people don't understand your energy, whoever I'm tapping into. Whatever I'm tapping into is some type of power structure that seems to come or emanate from your energy that people want to figure out or put their finger on in some way, shape, or form. You're a cult stopper. You could have ran into cult members that kind of like that villainization, the ostracization. It could come from people that try to experiment onto your energy or do certain things with your energy, hoping for a different result. That's an example. This could be, people needing to ostracize you in certain ways because of what they don't understand emanating from you. Take a resonate. Short woman may be significant. I could be speaking to a short woman. People want a destiny swap with you, but this is definitely, how to take the energy, people out of alignment with what it is that is for them, trying to take what it is for you from you. Whoever I'm tapping into, there's something about your energy that may be desirable, physically, spiritually, psychologically. Graceful energy. There's something about you having an elegant energy about you. Magician energy, high priestess energy. Whoever I'm tapping into, you're very aware of how you tap into energy. In some way, shape, or form. This could be where those leadership qualities embody from, and some type of energy cultivation, or you having some type of insight on energy. Tall male may be significant, but I'm definitely speaking to my collective. There's something about integrity that you're walking in. There's this leader-like energy that keeps coming back to my head. Knight of Pentacles energy, something about efficiency and consistency in terms of somebody's provision over their conviction, provision over themselves, whether that's self-awareness, your conviction to keep moving forward towards something. You have qualities, whoever I'm tapping into, of a leader. You have qualities of something that may be desired by people, may be admired by people. It may be admired by the people that do not and do admire you. But these are those traits that have a polarizing reaction. Those that reach out right up to return the senders or your hidden perpetrators also could influence people to want to get close to you for the wrong reasons. So whoever I'm tapping into, there's a potency in your energy that people can take to, right? Very beautiful, very handsome. You may be very alluring to people. That could be something that's hated on, ostracized. You could be very alluring, whether that's physically. Hold on. Eight of Swords. I'll take both of these. And then take this one. So something about how you stand in your self-sufficiency. How there's something about you may put others in their heads a little bit with how you stand in your power, how you stand in your authority. With pity parties, Eight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, there's something about victimization, something about people, and when I say victimization, almost like that misalignment, that short woman energy is coming back to my energy. It's like with distorted masculinity, there's something about people trying to take your alignment, take whatever that jurisdiction that's in your energy that may be desirable, or it may not be as fully respected, it may be highly respected, but either way, it's a desired attribute of whoever I'm tapping into that influences this distorted masculinity, and which leads their distorted masculinity to a pity party or self-imposed imprisonment that leads to the victimization, which is like a cycle. So you could have people that you've dealt with in a cycling looping, whoever I'm tapping into, that had to play victim to try to overcome you. So playing victim while at the same time victimizing you. So that could be a message for somebody. Everything you lost is returning back to you tenfold. With the moon energy, is something that's hidden aspect about somebody that maybe people are very intimidated by. Everything you lost is returning back to you tenfold. Maybe there's a hidden, like, I'm gonna wait on that. Everything just works out for you and people are enraged by this. Maybe there's like a hidden helper in the spirit. That's kind of how I'm getting it. You may have just heavy protection, heavy favor in the spirit. This could also give a polarizing reaction to the people that take to it but do not understand what they're taking to. Either way, there's something about, there could be as many people looking up to you as many people that's trying to take you down. That could be the same, kind of synopsis of what I've really gone into on this reading. With the clear abilities, I'm tapping into a lot of psychologically tapped in individuals, clairvoyant people, clairaudient people. But either way, you're moving with your intuition. You can see through the dark. And with this energy, there's something about having to see it. With this polarization, you know this is your message. Don't gaslight yourself. You know if this is your message. With clear abilities, there's something about you having to be able to see through the veil in terms of like intentions, motives behind people's behaviors, actions. You had to understand, whoever I'm tapping into, you'll know this is your message. You had to understand why people were taken to you this way, why they would act this way out of influence and then turn around and act that way and then act this way again. And then you had to understand it. With the energy, you may have gone through energy harvesting in terms of people trying to just take your energy or take like what I was getting earlier in that distorted masculinity, in terms of people trying to, they recognize that they may not be in alignment with their own subjective reality, but they see that you are, and that can give a polarized reaction in terms of people wanting to take from that, in terms of not feeling like they can go do it themselves. And so that's where that polarity comes from, and this is what I was talking about, embodying those leadership qualities, because whether or not people acknowledge it or not, it's something that's innately felt. It's innately inspiring, it's innately felt, seen, and replicated in some way, shape, or form, whether it's from the people that dislike or like you, right? Playing robbery. So it's kind of what I was getting, people needing to kind of, take into this energy. Even people that take to you really well can almost get into this looping with you, whoever I'm tapping into, with trying to take your energy, unconsciously or consciously. I could be tapping into a really old soul, connections to ancient Egypt. You could be very gifted, very tapped in. Those were math magicians back then. These guys understood, ancient Egyptians, they understood energy. They understood numbers. They understood how it all cohesively connects to each other on a supernatural level. So that could be a message for somebody, just kind of channeled out. Ground yourself in nature. Something about grounding yourself in terms of, maybe there's a lot of things coming up on a global level right now, in terms of surfacing wounds, shadows, things that are no longer in alignment with your development. There's something about grounding yourself amidst the releasings of these things. A lot of times we can take in a lot of energy from a lot of different polarizations, like I was saying, like people take it to you differently. That could be heavy energy. You could be receiving heavy energy. You may not even understand where it's coming from, Empress in reverse energy. So you could have had people that was trying to control whatever this kind of emanation that you embody, right? You could have had people trying to cause endings to whatever you embody in the spirit. The Ten of Swords confirming exactly what I'm saying. We're speaking about spiritual value. There's something about prying eyes around you. Could have had people trying to just tap in with you. So that could be like a general theme, like somebody trying to just genuinely, like just trying to tap into your energy at any time, really. Prying eyes around you, Ten of Swords. So it's almost like people on a general level. So you could have people, whoever I'm tapping into, that feel like they need to compete with you. They're jealous you're shining the way others view you. That's why, like, prying eyes, Ten of Swords, like influences for betrayal and things like that. in terms of coming from a place of inadequacy or competition. So many attacks are being sent out. Protect your energy. It's something about grounding your energy in terms of understanding, like I was getting earlier, like understanding where the shit comes from on a bigger level. Understanding where that polarization comes from and how people take into you, where that really comes from. Like understanding where that comes from. Understanding that it's usually a tailor-made involvement for their karmic loopings, for their awakenings, for their divine awakenings, for their breakthroughs. It's through you. That polarization's for a reason. Like I say all the time, it's a relativity point. You know what I mean? When you can see something outside of yourself, it gives you relativity to how much of that is within or without yourself, right? If that's making sense. Temperance energy, I could be tapping into a Sagittarius, but it's something about how you take to things. People can maybe mirror or compete almost, or try to go against or combat those movements. And what I'm saying this for is because you have these leadership qualities. And so what comes with that, you may have other people that want to be a leader, have the same personalities or whatever, right? That want to combat that. But that should be a message of gratification and confirmation to whoever I'm tapping into, that whatever you embody or whatever you emanate and whatever you're doing, it provides that much intimidation for somebody to want to combat that. And it's not a competition thing. It's just the acknowledgement of your observation to see something like that. With the sun energy, it's something about, you know what I mean, Leo energy. I could be tapping into a Leo, but it's that strong conviction energy that's going, you know what I mean, that has these people taking to you a little differently. So maybe you're charismatic, maybe you're very confident, maybe you're just very convicting in terms of your conviction, in terms of how you're gonna come at something, in terms of how you're coming for something, you know? It's something that's understood or felt, at least, by others around you. And it can be taken to in a multitude of different ways. It could be facilitating with this Empress energy. It could be facilitating somebody's highest growth with opening your mind to the highest outcomes that are already there. But it can also be a detriment in terms of karma, in terms of people being able to reallocate that energy, in terms of seeing something look clear. Where I'm tapping into, you're sending past whatever this is in regards to, like, maybe there's a point in time where you was like stuck in the middle. The ancestors always with you, speak up. It was like maybe there was a time where you didn't feel as like powerful in terms of stepping forward. Maybe you felt all that energy just kind of overcrowding you, and it may have overwhelmed you, but you couldn't really see the higher perspective of what all that energy was really showing you. That could be a message. Like, the circumstances are always out of your control, but what comes of it is your alchemical ability to transmute, transcend. So it's something about your ability to overcome and conquer things that may inspire a lot of people, that may even envy you, may even love you. But there's something about that could be intimidating enough to want to follow through toward it, or wanting to get an answer, so to speak, through it. So whether that's just an unspoken answer that somebody's seeking through your energy, or an unspoken, you know what I mean, prediction, whatever that is that somebody's seeking for clarity through your energy, it really should show somebody how powerful your energy is and how people are really taking to you. A lot of times we don't see it. A lot of times we can be stuck in our boxes, our heads. But your fate is always in your hands. It's something about zooming out, the zoom out message, in terms of being able to see when people are taking to you in a strong way. Anytime that somebody takes to you in a strong way, it's a strong energy that you're embodying or possessing. And that's just a message. It's for that zoom out in terms of objectively looking at that polarity that you may bring a lot of people. Others that try to block God's plan for you will get their karma. So it's something about maybe that polarity brings people that try to, maybe it brings out a relentlessness, is what I'm like channeling, from out of other people that want to combat you, or even worse, right? What that does is it shows people their own power to themselves. That competition or whatever they got with you is one-sided, but it brings them closer to themselves. It may not look like that, may not feel like that at first, but in terms of them and their subjective past, that is exactly what's happening, whether they recognize that or not. And that's what that karmic kind of reallocation of energy is. It's not, karma is not a bad or a good thing. It's just reallocation of energy, the space that we create for things to balance itself out. And so whoever I'm tapping into, you're a big key or a big part of that. And you need to understand that. You need to understand how your energy affects your environment and other people around you. I think that's my last message. If you need a person with me, hit up Shamika Sun with a C and Shamika@gmail.com. I got a partnership with Outer Spirit in Rose Forever, New York. If you're interested in 20% off of either one of those things, in my description. All your likes, comments, shares, and subscribe, so very appreciated. But it's your boy Justice, heading out.